week 10 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I look to drop this week. The first guy, Michael Soroka of the Atlanta Braves. So Soroka pretty much out for 3 seasons, and he came back recently after a lot of injuries with the Achilles and the knee injury over the last few seasons. So right now sent to the minor leagues after a bad outing versus the Diamondbacks and a mediocre outing versus the Oakland Athletics in his first start back. So right now, Mike Soroka down in the minor leagues. Rookie A.J. Smith-Schuster is going to be in the rotation, and he's a guy from single A starting the season and now coming up to the big club. So Soroka, 9 2/3 on the year, 0-1 record, 5 Ks and 8.38 ERA, 1.86 whip. So those first 2 outings for Soroka was enough for the Braves to see and send them back to the minor leagues and go with the 20-year-old youngster and see if he has electric stuff to help this Brave rotation more with Max Fried out and Kyle Wright. So May 29th at Oakland, 6 innings, got the loss. 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks. And then June 4th at the Diamondbacks, he only lasted 3 2/3, no decision. 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks. So I think those 2 games were enough for the Braves to see Soroka doesn't have what he had. The velocity was down. And like I said, it's very, very challenging to come back from major injuries after not pitching in a big league game since 2020 for Soroka. So right now, back in the minor leagues, no reason to hold on to him. And it looks like, unfortunately, his best years are behind him, where he was this former ace of the Braves staff. The next pitcher I look to drop this week here is Graham Ashcraft of the Cincinnati Reds. So Ashcraft, he got off to a nice start the first few weeks of the season, but now he's pretty much been batting practice around the league as Ashcraft, and fantasy owners have been dropping him rapidly over the last few weeks on the season. 62 and a third, 3-4 record, 49 Ks, a 6.64 ERA, a 1.60 whip, and 5 quality starts. But the last couple weeks, 14 innings, 1-2 record, 13 Ks, a 12.86 ERA, 2.21 whip in that time. So right here, Ashcraft not getting the job done. And it's definitely possible he's going to get out of the rotation. We know Andrew Abbott got called up, and coaches are saying he's going to be a mainstay on the roster for the foreseeable future. So one of these guys are going to be the odd man out. And I think it's going to be Ashcraft, unfortunately, getting sent down to the minor leagues or just in general going to the bullpen or something. So the last few games here for Ashcraft, May 23rd versus the Cardinals, 5 innings, got the loss, 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 Ks in that one. May 28th at the Cubs, 5 innings, got the win, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks, a mediocre outing. And then June 3rd versus the Brewers, he got rocked in that one, 4 innings, got the loss, 9 hits, 10 runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks. So right now, Ashcraft, he hasn't had a quality start at all this season, and he's not getting the job done right now for this Cincinnati Red team. So he's an easy drop this week. If he hasn't had a quality start since April 15th, so right now he's not getting the job done. He's not going deep into games. And teams, they're really hitting him hard, and he's giving up tons of runs. So right now there's no reason for fantasy owners to hold on to Ashcraft, and he's an easy drop this week. The next pitcher is his teammate Nicola Dolo of the Cincinnati Reds. So Lodolo, it's more of the injury concern than obviously his pitching performance, even though this season he got off to a slow start. 60-day IL, left calf injury here is Lodolo. And I know he's been out for weeks already, but now going to the 60-day DL, that's going to take you all the way past the All-Star break when he's eligible to come back. And I don't think he was that great to hold on to a guy to stash on the season. 34 and a third, 2-1 record, 47 Ks, a 6.29 ERA, a 1.75 whip, and a quality start. I know last season he was pretty decent, even though the record didn't show. 4-7, 103 in the third with 131 Ks, a 3.66 ERA, and a 1.25 whip with 8 quality starts. So last season, yes, he was good with Lodolo. This season, the only thing from last year that carried over was a high strikeout rate, over 1 strikeout per inning. But right now, I'm not going to wait on him past the All-Star break. The Cincinnati Red team, they definitely could be out of it as well after the All-Star break, where they just don't want to push Lodolo if he's not 100% healthy. So right now, well, he's going to be out until at least mid-July, into July here. There's no reason for all fantasy owners to hold on to him, in my opinion, long-term. And I would drop him this week. The next pitcher is Anthony DiSclafani of the San Francisco Giants. So DiSclafani, he's been up and down throughout his career. And now this season, it's been a mixed bag of results. 70 and third, 4-5 record, 51 Ks, a 3.97 ERA, a 1.12 whip, and 6 quality starts. But the last month of the season, it's gone downhill for DiSclafani. 32 and a third, 1-4 record, 21 Ks, a 6.12 ERA, 1.48 whip, and a quality start in the time. So right now, he's not getting outs as DiFelice. He's not going deep into games. And we know this Giant offense, they have trouble scoring runs from time to time, and he's not going to get a lot of run support as well. So the last few games for DiFelice, May 24th at the Twins, 5 innings, got the loss, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. May 29th versus the Pirates, nice bounce back game, even though this Pirate lineup we know is a weak lineup. 7 innings, got the win, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 Ks, the quality start. And June 4th versus Baltimore, he got rocked in that one, 3 innings, got the loss. 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks. So right now he's only had 1 quality start, is DiFelice, since May 2nd, which obviously isn't a good thing. He's not pitching good baseball. He's not getting a lot of run support. And it wouldn't be surprising to me if they start going with some of the younger kids in the minor leagues sooner than later. Here's this Giant team. They got Kyle Harrison down there in the minors. He's got a high strikeout rate. The only problem with him, he don't go deep into games in the minor leagues. They got Wynn down there as well. So a couple options that could come up sooner than later for this Giant team. With DiFelice struggling, and right now he's not helping fantasy owners. The only way you hold on to him if you're in the deepest of leagues, and right now he's a drop this week, and the 5th and final pitcher I look to drop this week here is Detmer of the Los Angeles Angels. So Detmer, he was a guy coming into the season that I had high hopes for, but right now he's just not getting the job done this year. And fantasy owners over the last few weeks have been dropping him in on the year. 50 2/3, 0-5 record, 60 Ks, 5.15 ERA, 1.54 whip, and only 1 quality start on the season. So those numbers aren't going to get it done. I know he's on an Angel team that scores a lot of runs, obviously, and has good hitting, but Detmer, he's just not going out there this season and executing. He's a 5-inning pitcher at best. And last year we knew he threw a no-hitter, which we thought he was going to take off, but now he's gone backwards this season. May 19th versus the Twins, 5 2/3. 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, a big game with 12 Ks in that one, but only went to 5 2/3. May 26th versus the Marlins, 5 innings, got the loss. 10 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks. And June 1st at the Astros, 5 innings, got the loss, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. So that's not going to get the job done here for Detmer. I know he had that pop game with the 12 strikeouts, but besides that, he really's been non-existent for fantasy owners for over the last month of the season. So right now, he's an easy drop, and hopefully he does turn things around, but it's not looking good for Detmer this season, and that's a few pitches I look to drop here in Week 10 of the fantasy baseball season.